Are we going to get a Polkadot pump? Are we going to get a pump on Kadena? It is all dependent on one thing. Bitcoin, it put in a new all-time high yesterday. Tick. We're going to talk about that. Russell 2000 still breaking on that ceiling. Total 3 breaking on that ceiling. Once these things start breaking through these barriers, then it shows one thing. The market's going on risk. Things like Kadena will run, things like Polkadot will run, and then we'll really start seeing the markets shift. We're going to look at Polkadot. We're going to look at Kadena very shortly. But firstly, we need to talk about this. Bitcoin did it. Bitcoin yesterday put in a new all-time high. That new all-time high was actually 126,260. And then we got pushed back down. Now, we're going to talk about this very shortly because it is clear that one thing needs to happen. We need to break above. We need to hold this as support before we can get confirmation of a continuation of a real on-risk rally. But we do look at the other charts. The other charts paint a picture. The other charts are the Russell 2000. We'll start with that. This is high risk stocks, 2000 high risk stocks. So this indicates when this starts breaking through new all-time highs, that's giving confidence in the macro. That's what we're looking for in the macro. And you can see didn't happen yesterday. Now, this is something that people keep talking about time and time again in the group. When is a new all-time high confirmed? It's not when you get a break, it's when you get a break and a candle close. The candle close is the most important thing. What do I mean by that? So we talk about the makeup of a candle. You've got this. You've got in a bullish candle, you've got the open down here, and then you've got the close up here, and then you'll have something like this, a wick. A wick to the upside and a wick to the downside. Now, what this represents is the extreme highs and the extreme lows of the session. At some point, the bulls have managed to get up here. At some point, the bears have managed to get down here. And that's where we've closed on the day. So this is important. And what you need is a candle close. Duplicate that. Candle close, which actually finishes above the wick of the previous candle for this to be confirmed. So that's what we're waiting for on the Russell 2000. If you see it clearly here, all we want is a break and a close above the highest previous wick to give us confirmation of an on-risk rally, confirmation that the Russell 2000 is broken. Not only that, it is closed above. So that's why it's important to look at the candle close, the candle wick, candle open, extreme highs, extreme lows, and the candlestick tells a story within every single candlestick. So understand that, guys. We'll talk about that very shortly. But total 3, exactly the same thing. We need exactly the same thing to happen here. We need a break, we need a close above the previous wick to be a close of the candle above the previous high. And then that's going to give confirmation that the bulls in this instance have got control here. The bulls have managed to smash through the ceiling, break through the previous wick, which was the extreme high of the previous session, and then take control. So next, we're going to be looking at the macro. Sorry, not the macro. We're going to be looking at Polkadot. So we talked about Polkadot in the previous video. We've broken through this ceiling. This ceiling was $3.30. That ceiling needed to hold support. So what have we done? We've broken through. This is currently holding support. So we understand one thing. $4.30 is our current support base. We need to hold that. We need to hold this level here. If we drop this level and Bitcoin falls back, where's the next support? You've got your $3.96. But you have got something else to contend with. You've got this. You've got a big golden cross happening. When you've got a golden cross, this is a higher time frame, higher the time frame, higher conviction. You come back down, you expect these to hold as support. So that's giving us an extra support base. And this is bullish because we've got more support bases than resistances. So we've got support here, you've got support here, $4.03, $4.05. Next resistance point, we could tell, top of here. That's acted as resistance once, twice, 3 times. Once we break through there, that's going to show strength. One thing is this wick here. We talked about the wicks. Ideally, we need the candle close to start pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, and start closing above these levels. We've got our next resistance at $4.98 to $5 exactly. Remember, $5 is a psychological key round number. Once we start breaking through, expect big swings. Once total 3 cracks through, expect big swings. Once Russell 2000 cracks through, expect big swings. Then we get onto Kadena next when the chart comes up. So with Kadena, one thing with Kadena is we're in a pennant. Now, if we zoom out, you can see one thing. There was Kadena's high. We've come down and I've measured Fibonacci from this lower high here, conservative lower high, all the way down to its bear market low. And I want to show you one thing. It's been in this range several times. And how big is this range on Kadena? From where price is now to the top. That is 423%. So 423%, is it likely to happen? Well, it's happened here once. It's happened here twice. So it's happened twice. When was this? March 2024. When was this? December 2024. So if we've had an on-risk rally, or if we have an on-risk rally now, and we haven't had an on-risk rally previously, and it's managed to do this twice, when we haven't had an on-risk rally, what's to say it's not going to do it now? Is it definitely going to happen? We don't know. We're slaves to the market. But that's why we look at Total 3. That's why we look at Russell 2000. That's why we look at Bitcoin to lead the way, so we can get conviction and understand exactly when we're going to get big swings, when we're going to get volatile swings on things like Total 3. So that is about it for me for today. Get yourself in the Discord group if you want to chat directly with me, or around 450 amazing people. It is completely free. Link in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one.